Number 10. Why did no one notice one of the VIPs being gone? Let us first mention that even the guards have strictest rules about keeping their identity hidden, so we can only image what happens to the VIPs after they have been compromised. Right. Well, actually, we cannot know since the show missed this thing. We just did not get to see. One of the main VIPs was unmasked and uncovered by the officer Hwang Junho during the 4th game. In order to get out of the situation, the police knocked out and wounded the VIP, revealing his name and blowing his cover. However, later on the VIP was missing for the entire length of the game, which was quite long, and nobody noticed him being gone. Didn't the other VIPs raise any concerns about the security breach? What happened to the aforementioned VIP? That wasn't exactly a minor thing, but a huge deal. Number 9. Contestant 1 was risking his life and could easily die. By the end of the show, it was revealed that number 1, one of the contestants, was a VIP or the primary villain. He chose to join the players since he was really bored. Despite this, he had a brain tumor and was in terrible condition, which had a significant impact on his ability to play. He may have died in several of the games, particularly the tug of war, and he could have also been stabbed during the melee. His scream of terror during the riot scenario is a touching moment in the game, but it's cheapened later when it's revealed that the host was only shielding the primary villain. His death would have meant that the game show would have had one fewer VIP or wealthy elderly man sponsoring it. His participation was pretty naive and, for the most part, clearly unjust. Number 8. Gi Hun had an unfair advantage. When it came to being unjust, number 456, the series protagonist, seemed to rely on chance the majority of the time. It's a common hazard in series and movies like this, where the protagonist is expected to survive despite the fact that the majority of the characters are doomed to die. That is, until the 4th game, when he was joined by number 1 in the marble match. The old man pretended to have dementia, allowing number 456 to scam his way to victory. During the final stages of the game, the old man also gave number 456 his last stone, therefore allowing him to win. Number 456 is clearly his favorite because he was kind to him and he wanted to repay the favor. But this is against the game show's established rules. Number 7. Why has nobody discovered the game by now? This aspect of the plot may be debatable, yet it still deserves to be mentioned. Junho discovers that the game has been going on for years throughout his research. What gives that this is possible? Why hasn't anyone asked why a large number of people go missing every year and their bodies are never found? Has no one spotted the trucks taking up individuals on the street or the weird ferry with armed people dressed in pink suits? There are a few counter-arguments to these questions. South Korea has an alarmingly high suicide rate, and because many of the players are in debt, their families may feel they've simply committed suicide. Even yet, it's doubtful that so many families would fail to look into the disappearance or death of a missing family member. Junho appears to be an outlier, and there may be others like him, but the show makes it appear as if no other attempts to reveal the game have been undertaken. Number 6. The game was unfair towards their own players. To add to the unfair things committed by the game show, murdering one of its competitors after she won a game is a major felony under its rules and beliefs. That would be number 67, the North Korean defector. She was one of the 3 5th game winners, except that honor didn't appear to matter to the game's organizers because she bled to near death as a result of the 4th game's glass explosion. The facilitators' refusal to cure her made no sense, given that they also strove to ensure that the contestants were properly fed and healthy for the final game. Number 5. The workers are too obedient. Squid Game is operated by a mysterious host, as well as other workers dressed in pink and wearing masks that hide their faces. The emblems on their masks are revealed to represent their position among the workers. However, there are numerous story holes and unanswered concerns concerning who these people are and why they are all so docile. Apart from the organ harvesters, that is, this suggests that hundreds of individuals would have been completely happy with putting players through a cruel game. Apart from staying in a prison-like room, it's also never stated whether they are compensated. They live in similar conditions, they dispose of bodies, prepare horrible games, and torture the players by depriving them of food. Some hypotheses imply that these are also players, but why don't they seem to express their dissatisfaction with the game's nature like ordinary players do? In the face of violence, at least 1 or 2 of them would undoubtedly blow a fuse. Number 4. Why did Sang-woo's mother accept a non-Korean orphan? Let us mention she did not even ask many questions, just straight up adopted it without any suspicion. Following the game, Gi Hun honored his friend's final wishes by caring for their families. Sae-byeok's orphan sibling was passed off to Sang-woo's mother as if it was adequate as a compensation for her missing and dead son. Thus taking care is a nice phrase. Sang-woo or number 218's mother would have asked additional questions or at the very least conducted an interview with the beau. It's unlikely that the fact that he's from North Korea will help him. It's also hard to conceive that a bereaved mother would take another additional responsibility when she's probably still worried about her son's misdeeds and whereabouts. Number 3. How did a game winner end up becoming a frontman? The frontman was another difficult concept to grasp or one that was not quite explained. The series showed that the frontman is the brother of Officer Hwang Junho, which is far too handy. The reason for this is that the host was once a competitor on the game show. Frontman's brother being a police officer is a security problem in and of itself. Such people with relations of police officers should not be conducting criminal activity. In truth, he even paused before shooting his own brother, and he most likely didn't kill him out of emotion, and presumably so that there would be enough material for a second season. In any event, such storyline convenience is tough to stomach, especially given that the game's facilitators continue to monitor the winners after they have won. Number 2. The security was too weak. There's also the issue of the security of the game show's website. Security was not sufficient enough for such a large and well-funded business. They could have totally done a quite better job. They could have taken more precautions to ensure that returning players did not carry any tools or weapons. Given how easy knives and firearms are smuggled, a metal detector should have been normal protocol. Furthermore, the underground organ-selling enterprise should have attracted more attention than the picture portrayed. Finally, Junho's ability to get into the automobile and follow one of the vans without being seen in the middle of night seems improbable, but no one spotted him sneaking into the car and onto the ferry. His presence among the workers is similarly not discovered until it is far too late. Number 1. Leaving entire briefcase of money on a street. Probably the most brainless thing we have seen during the entire series was on the last episode. At the end, Gi Hun asks her to take in number 67 Kang sae-byok's little brother, Kang Cheol. She kindly agrees to do so as he leaves with her what appears to be the child's suitcase. After he departs, she opens the suitcase to give the child something warmer to wear, only to discover that the suitcase is filled with an inordinately large amount of cash. Once she opened it, any passerby could easily have spotted it, attacked her and taken the money. Even if no one saw it, isn't it a bit risky to leave it there? People are scandalous enough to steal suitcases, sight unseen, and she wouldn't have gone out of her way to retrieve it, thinking clothes could be replaced. Perhaps a private meeting at her home, where he could give her a check, was the better play. But then again, he didn't make very good decisions at all throughout the series. It is risky alone traveling with a briefcase since thieves could think there is something valuable, let alone show everyone in public such large quantities of money. She could have gotten robbed as far as logic goes. This would have not been the first time Gi Hun was robbed. On episode 1, when he rushed out after winning his bet and crashed into a sae-byeok, all of his money was gone, and this could have been the same. You should never carry such amount of money in public space. Bonus: why didn't Gi Hun board the plane? It's understandable that Gi Hun was so angry with the harsh treatment of the contestants by the game's hosts. He might have wanted to make a change in the world, but why shift from his last major goal? Did he intend to re-enter the games? Was he going to seek help and ultimately, revenge? Even with the money he accrued from the games, he had no idea how expansive the organization truly was. Wouldn't his daughter be more important to him than the games? If you remember, the VIPs at one point said that this was the best one yet. Could they have meant in comparison to previous years, or was it going on in multiple locations? Take the money and run, Gi Hun. Get your daughter and fly to the United States. You got all the money in the world and should not write your life for this. Thanks to all 434 people who are currently subscribed to the channel. Really glad that you are enjoying the content, and we are always happy to read your comments for some feedback. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.